10 reasons you should retire much earlier than you planned. Let me tell you something, most people learn far too late. Your life has a finish line, but you have no idea how close you already are to it. Everyone plans to retire someday, but someday isn't the day on the calendar. It's a fantasy. And if you wait for the perfect moment, the perfect market, the perfect savings, the perfect feeling, you will wake up and discover that life retired you, not the other way around. So today, I'm not giving you one reason or 5 reasons. I'm giving you 10 powerful, uncomfortable, truth-filled reasons why you should retire as soon as you responsibly can before life makes the choice for you. Reason 1 time is shrinking faster than you think. People spend decades worrying about money running out, but the real crisis is time running out. You can earn money for the rest of your working life, but you will never earn another year of living. The days you imagine you still have ahead of you are evaporating faster than you realize. In your 20 years and 30 years, a decade feels wide and full. But once you cross 50, even 60, the years begin to accelerate. Seasons blur, memories compress, and months vanish without warning. Every additional year you continue working doesn't cost you 1 year. It may cost you 10% of the healthy, energetic life you still have left. Time compounds in reverse. What you lose today never returns tomorrow. Reason 2, your health will decline faster than your savings grow. Most people plan to enjoy retirement later, but your body doesn't follow your financial timeline. Strength fades before you notice it. Energy drops months before your mind accepts it. Your joints stiffen, your recovery slows, your resilience shrinks. You might picture traveling at 65, hiking at 70, exploring at 75, but life rarely cooperates with those expectations. The truth is brutal. Your healthiest years are already behind you, and the window where you can move freely, breathe deeply, and live boldly is closing with every birthday. You don't retire so you can stop working. You retire so you can still enjoy the life you spent decades building. Your money might last longer than you think, but your health won't. And when health goes, the regret arrives. But even if your health is perfect today, reason 3 shows why waiting is still dangerous. Reason 3, the future is more unpredictable than your fear. People delay retirement because they're scared of uncertainty, recessions, pandemics, wars, political chaos, AI disruption. But here's the truth. There has never been a decade in history when the world felt safe or predictable. Every generation believed it was living through the most unstable era ever. There is no perfect moment to retire. There is only the limited time you still have to enjoy your life. Waiting for certainty is how people lose the years they would have cherished most. You may think delaying retirement makes you responsible, but in reality, you're gambling the best years of your health and energy on events you cannot control. The world will always feel unsafe. Your life is what's running out, not stability. But uncertainty isn't your biggest enemy. Reason 4 exposes the trap most people never escape. Reason 4, you're following life milestones that mean nothing. I'll retire at 60. I'll retire when I hit my number. I'll retire when work gets easier. These milestones feel responsible, but they're illusions. They aren't based on health, happiness, purpose, or reality. They're arbitrary deadlines you created years ago and never questioned. And the danger is this: when a milestone is imaginary, it also becomes movable. 60 turns into 62. 62 turns into 65. 65 becomes someday. Before you know it, the years you intended to spend living become the years you spent negotiating with yourself. And milestones aren't neutral. They push you into believing you have more time than you actually do. The human brain is excellent at delaying dreams and terrible at recognizing shrinking time. And while your goals keep moving forward, reason 5 explains what's quietly slipping away behind you. Reason 5, you're sacrificing the best years of your relationship. If you and your partner are the same age, you may only have 15 to 20 healthy summers left together. But here's the real question. How many of those summers will both of you have the stamina to travel, to take long walks, to stay active, to explore, laugh, and create the memories you've been imagining? People delay retirement for a slightly bigger bank balance, but the cost is enormous. You are gambling the richest emotional years of your relationship on the promise of more money later. But the truth is simple. Love ages, energy ages, shared time ages. There will come a day when one of you slows down, or one of you can't travel anymore, or one of you faces a diagnosis that changes everything. Money can be replaced. Time together cannot. Reason 6, you have less time left with family than you think. Your parents may only see you a few days each year. Multiply those days by the number of healthy years they realistically have left, and you might discover you only have 50 to 100 days remaining with them for the rest of your life. That number is shocking because it forces you to confront a truth most people avoid. The people who shaped you, supported you, and stood beside you won't be here forever. Children grow, parents age. Time doesn't pause just because you plan to visit more later. Retiring earlier doesn't just give you more free time, it gives you the chance to spend that time with the people who matter before the window closes forever. You only get one chapter with each of them, and once it ends, it's gone. But maybe you're thinking, I can't retire yet, my money won't last. Reason 7, you're overestimating how much money you actually need. Most people believe they need a massive fortune to retire, but that belief is almost always inflated by fear, not fact. Retirement spending typically drops over time. Your lifestyle stabilizes. You stop buying the things work pressures once pushed you into, and most people dramatically overestimate future costs because they never run real calculations. They just imagine a giant number and assume it's correct. In reality, retirement doesn't require wealth. It requires clarity, planning, and a realistic understanding of your needs. Fear is the enemy, not your bank account. You don't need millions to retire. What you need is a plan that gives you confidence instead of anxiety. But here's the twist. While people overestimate what they need, they underestimate something far more dangerous. Reason 8 reveals the real cost of waiting. Reason 8, you underestimate how expensive waiting really is. Every additional year you delay retirement feels logical, responsible, safe, but you're not just giving up 1 year of freedom. You're losing the healthiest, most energetic, most adventurous years you will ever have again. A year in your 60 seconds does not equal a year in your 70 seconds. A year today is worth far more than a year later. When you postpone retirement, you sacrifice the physical ability to travel, the energy to explore, the mental sharpness to enjoy new experiences, the chance to spend meaningful time with people you love, the youthful curiosity that fades with age. Money lost can be replaced. Years lost are permanent. Waiting doesn't just cost time, it costs your life's most irreplaceable moments. But don't worry, finances might actually be more in your favor than you realize. Reason 9, today's financial conditions favor retirees. For the first time in over a decade, the financial environment is shifting in favor of retirees. Higher interest rates mean better returns on safe investments. Bond yields are stronger. Annuities offer more stable income. You no longer need to rely solely on the stock market or take unnecessary risks to generate cash flow. The world has quietly changed, and most people haven't noticed. Retirees today have more options, more stability, and more ways to secure predictable income than at any time in the past 15 years. If you're waiting for a better financial landscape, you might already be living in it. But even if money scares you, nothing is scarier than reason has shown zero, the one truth no one can escape. Reason 10. This is the hardest truth of all. Eventually, the choice to retire disappears. Not because you didn't save enough, but because your health changes, or your energy fades, or your employer restructures, or life throws something at you that forces you out before you're ready. Retirement isn't an age. It isn't a number. It isn't a milestone. Retirement is a decision, your decision. But if you wait too long, that decision gets taken away from you. You deserve better than that. You deserve a retirement you walk into with strength and clarity, not one you stumble into because life cornered you. Retire earlier, not because you are escaping work, but because you are running toward the final, precious, irreplaceable years where you still have the power to live fully. The greatest regret people whisper near the end is always the same. I waited too long. You only get one life. Don't spend the best part of it waiting for permission to enjoy it.